That's Island with the Y9 or should I say, greetings Earthlings. It's your favorite itty bitty black alien who came from her home planet, which is way far across the galaxy, to help y'all mofos out, because planet Earth needs work. And there's one thing in particular on planet Earth that needs a whole lot of work. It's something that is, as a bisexual black woman, it disappoints me. It disappoints me. And it is a certain community. A community that is supposed to be a safe space for gay, queer, lesbians, bisexual people, transgender people, pansexual people, plus, because it's LGBTQ plus, and so on. Yeah, they tripping. They tripping with this LGBTQIA plus QW element OP XY squares equals Z EMC squared. It's too dang much. Nah. So the LGBTQ community, the stuff that they be doing, the stuff that the LGBTQ community be doing lately, the stuff that they're slowly but surely accepting as LGBTQ is kind of making me cringe. Like, it's kind of making me cringe. I even was hesitant to call myself bisexual. Like, I have to be honest. And it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable to even say. But I feel like I have to be honest because I know that I cannot be the only person who is reacting to the stuff that they're doing with the LGBTQ community the way that I am. Because of the stuff that's taking place at pride parades. Because of the fact that a group called so-called MAPs are trying to push their way into the LGBTQ community, which MAP is a pedophile. And I think the term MAP is trash. Okay? So we have pedophiles that are trying to squeeze their way into the LGBTQ community. We have a whole lot of nudity that goes on at pride parades right in front of children. We have drag queen shows with more nudity and sexual acts right in front of children at elementary schools. We have drag queens coming to elementary schools to teach children about sex. All of this is a problem to me because for a very long time, I identified as bisexual until very recently, when I saw a video of this transgender person named Alan Walker. Roll the clip.
I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them.
Person from last year, Walker wrote the book A Long Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted People and Their Pursuit of Dignity. They were also a professor at Old Dominion University in Virginia. That is until 15,000 people signed a petition calling for the resignation after Walker made statements attempting to destigmatize pedophilia and encouraging people to refer to them as minor attracted people instead. They also claimed that sex crimes were not immoral. Well, now Walker has joined the Moore Center at Johns Hopkins, at a center aimed towards preventing child sex abuse. Which begs the question, how can you work at preventing abuse against children if you don't see a problem with people being attracted to children in the first place?
I use the term minor attracted person or MAP for multiple reasons.
Do y'all see that? MAP's pride flag. my God, this cannot be real. Like, they're literally trying to make pedos proud to be pedos, and they're trying to also, what's worse, make other people accept it as something that's not even a bad thing. And it just made me just think, like, if pedos see the LGBTQ community as a easy opening for them, I don't want to be a part of that community. Once they start to attach themselves to this community, I'm out. I am out. I don't know about y'all, but I'm out of there. And I'm going to be showing y'all quite a bit of footage of the horrific stuff that's taking place, all in the name of gay pride. Isn't it wonderful to be gay? You're unique because you're gay, even though everybody is coming out as gay nowadays. When your sister's gay, your brother's gay, your cousin's gay, your best friend is gay, your aunts and uncles is gay. Everybody gay nowadays. And I can't help but to think it's because they just think they're gay because they see it everywhere. And it's crazy to say this as somebody who has had homosexual feelings from childhood. I don't even know how to explain it because I've had homosexual feelings ever since I was literally in kindergarten. Younger, probably 4 years old. And so I was under the impression that you are born gay. So the LGBTQ community is literally making me not want to be bisexual. Like, I literally feel hesitant to call myself bisexual because of the MAPS thing and the pride parades and the drag queen stuff and just all the stuff that's going on. It makes me literally just want to be straight. But this is not about me. It's about what's taking place in the LGBTQ community that I feel is very damaging to children. And as somebody who went to college to major in education, K through 5, to teach children, I am appalled and disgusted. I'm worried, I'm concerned, I'm angry, and I just feel bad for the kids, not because of them being exposed to gay stuff, because people are gay. That's a part of reality. People are gay. There's kids who have gay parents. It's a part of reality. There's nothing wrong with minors being aware of the fact that gay parents exist. It's a problem when an elementary school teacher walks around the classroom and hands out butt plugs to children to teach them about anal sex. It's very much giving pedo. It's very much giving child predator. So this is what Joseph Bruno, the dean of Francis W. Parker Private School, had to say about this, all in the name, once again, of LGBTQ pride. And it just makes me feel uncomfortable that this was my community. I literally had a painting that I painted that was hanging on my wall that said LGBTQ. I painted this with my acrylic paints on my little canvas. I was LGBTQ. And I was painting it, being all proud to be bisexual. At one point, I thought I was pansexual, which at this point, I don't even know what the F that even means. And then once I started seeing the stuff with this Alan Walker joke of a person, I just don't feel the same way anymore about the LGBTQ. And it honestly got to a point where I decided to remove myself from the LGBTQ community and no longer identify as bisexual, but to identify as a fluid woman or a bi-curious woman. But anything other than one of them letters in that dang alphabet thing. I didn't want to be the L. I didn't want to be the G. I didn't want to be the B. I didn't want to be the T or the Q. Shoot, I didn't even want to be the plus. So let's go into maps, shall we? Because that's the first thing. That's the worst thing. The first thing and the worst thing. It rhymes. I'm a rapper, y'all. I'm a rapper. I got bars. The first thing and the worst thing. Let's get to it. So we're going to talk about Alan Walker. Alan Walker is a former professor at Old Dominion University, right? This person is transgender. So Alan Walker not only has a book written called A Long Dark Shadow, Maps and Their Pursuit of Dignity. It already is making me cringe. Like, why do you care so much about a pedophile's dignity? As far as most of us are concerned, pedophiles don't have dignity. And we shouldn't really care about how they feel about anything, especially parents of small children. Because where does this whole phony, corny empathy thing end? We should have empathy for starving children in third world countries, not creeps who can't keep their hands to themselves. Not creeps who look at children like a piece of meat. Children are innocent. Children are innocent, and they are the most precious creatures on the freaking planet. And they deserve nurturing and love, and they deserve more than anything to be protected. And to be protected mostly from pedos. That's mostly what parents be protecting their kids from. I remember as a kid, my mom always would protect me from people like that. Don't talk to strangers. If a man looks at you this way or talks to you this way, make sure that you keep your distance. And my mom was she literally refused to let us sit on Santa's lap at the mall because she was convinced that the man in the Santa suit was a pedo. Gotta love my mom. So moms are already thinking ahead of the game when it comes to pedos. Now it's going to be so much harder to protect their kids against pedos when they're accepted into the LGBTQ community with a flag. This Alan Walker person, in the video of them talking about maps, pedos, there's a flag that pops up. A flag for creeps. A flag for creeps. Like, as if they should, like, why do you? Not only does Alan Walker have a book called A Long Dark Shadow, all about maps and their dignity, pedos and their dignity, but this person also has a website talking about how we need to destigmatize maps. Also, what we all know is pedos, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, why do you care so much about pedos? Why do you care so much about these creeps? Like, why do you care so much? To not only do the research and then to make a video talking about it and then to create a map. I don't know if Alan Walker created the map. I don't know who created the map, but it's creepy. Who created the map? Does anybody know? Who created this map? There's apparently a map that I'm honestly scared to even show in my video. And it just makes you wonder. Because out of all the things that this Alan Walker person could be doing with their time, they decide to research pedos and then try to fight for their dignity. Out of all the things that you could be doing, you're a professor at a university. You're supposed to be educating people. All of this stuff is pointless. Because it's not helping anybody. If anything, it's harming us. He's creating ways for people to get away with harming children. And we should not accept it. We should take a stand against it. And I'm so proud of the parents that have pulled their kids out of schools because their kids are coming home, gender confused, and they don't know if they're a boy or a girl. And it's really sad because, like, transgenderism within itself is more so for adults. Children should not be sitting there thinking about sex and whether they're a boy or a girl. They should just be having fun on the playground. And I feel bad that kids are being robbed of this. The kids are coming home saying,
Mommy, am I a girl or a boy?
But the thing is, when I was a kid, none of my classmates, none of us had to question our gender or our sex. That wasn't a thing, meaning that it's something that is being promoted to the kids now that wasn't being promoted back then. And the thing with the transgenderism is like, it's hard to talk about because you get canceled and labeled as a transphobe if you talk too much about it. And, it's like, I don't really mind hanging out with a trans person or being friends with a trans person or any of that. But for you to teach children about sex and being possibly non-binary and being possibly trans, it's going to confuse them. If you're going to talk about all that stuff, talk about it with adults. It's completely fine if you talk about it with adults because they have the ability to make a decision for themselves whether they agree with it or not, whether they want to be a part of that community or not. The kids don't. Because when I was a kid, I forgot. And this is something that's really important and I should mention. When I was a kid, I was 4 years old. And I just remembered this recently because of all the stuff going on with the LGBTQ community. And I remember when I was 4 years old, I used to say,
when I grow up to be a boy.
I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly don't. And thank God my mom was born in 1965. Thank God she wasn't like just some crazy like liberal mom who was like, oh, did you just say you're a boy? And then rushes me off to the clinic to get my body changed. That would have wrecked me. It would have wrecked me. Because if y'all, have kept up with my videos, y'all know that in my life, I've had 3 boyfriends because I am more heterosexual than gay. And I'm feminine. Like, I didn't say that because I was gay. I didn't say that because I was even really a tomboy. Because I'm kind of a mixture of both, a tomboy and a girly girl. And to be robbed of the right to explore my femininity and to allow myself to feel an orgasm as a woman, to be robbed of that, to like get all of that cut off at a young age and to never know what that feels like. So let's move on to pride parades. So I've never been to a pride parade, despite me being sexually fluid, right? And having gay friends. I've never been to a pride parade. I used to really want to go to a pride parade. It sounded really exciting to me. I was like,
I can be with my people.
I'm bisexual, I'm pansexual. But the thing is, pan didn't even come into existence until like not that long ago. I would have never considered myself to be pan if I hadn't have heard it somewhere in the media. That's just the truth. So that's why I was like, why am I considering myself to be this? Like, who gave me this idea? Because growing up, never considered myself to be pan because I didn't know it was a thing. There's a lot of footage of some raunchy things happening right in front of children at pride parades.
So this is from a pride parade, I guess, over the weekend. And it's like, again, there is somebody who appears to be naked or pretty damn close to it, twerking in front of a small child. Guys, whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is fine. Do whatever you want. Twerk in front of the mirror, in front of whoever it is that you live with. Stop doing it in public with children, but they cannot stop themselves. I have no doubt that at the average pride, that there are plenty of decent, good people. But this thing has been hijacked, and they don't know how to stop it because they don't have enough people that have the wherewithal and the conviction to stop it. This is about the kids. It's about the kids.
First of all, like, why do you want to do this to your children? Like, yes. It's just weird that this stuff is being normalized. It's really weird. I want to go just so that I can see if it's like that all over Pride, or if it's just like certain states that are like that, but other states are not. I want to know if I'm just tripping. I'm going to go to some Pride parade. So I'm going to go to a Pride parade eventually, just so I can see what's going on. But hey, I do like to have fun. If I go with my friends, I'll have fun. But if some stuff going on in front of kids, I'm going to whip out my phone. I'm going to vlog it, and I'm going to let y'all know that I've tried it too. And it's a thing, y'all. It's a thing. Then we have drag queen performances. Apparently, kids are performing like as if they're drag queens. You have adults literally handing these kids money. Like, isn't that what strippers do? Like, so we're letting kids like be strippers now for adults? Like, it's just all of this in the name of gay pride. That's why I have a problem with being a part of the LGBTQ community. So I don't want to be a part of it, because if I'm a part of it, then that means that I'm okay with this stuff, and I'm not. I don't accept it, and you shouldn't either.
Are 3-year-old children right age for this? Yeah! Is this right education? Do even children understand that?
What is it about a grown man costumed in a sparkly bra with augmented boobs busting out, a leather miniskirt barely covering his twerking ass with tuck tape on his front while spreading his fish-netted legs as he writhes on the ground? Just want to know what it is that makes a drag show family friendly. Because if you follow it to its logical conclusion, you can slap family-friendly titles on anything. You can have family-friendly gentlemen's clubs, family-friendly strip shows, family-friendly 50 Shades of Grey read aloud. Will you approve my flyer if I want to host in all the sex secrets of the Kama Sutra for kids and families? If it's
What are your
family-friendly?
thoughts?
That's my question.
You can be proud of being gay without it becoming toxic and without you having to include children. They're literally showing kids everything now. There's no boundaries. They're literally asking kids what their favorite sex position is at these drag shows. I literally saw the footage of a man dressed in drag. He showed his butthole to the audience, and there was a whole bunch of kids. There was literally a child in the front row, and then people are cheering. And I saw that in YouTuber Blair White's video. Yeah, she talks about a lot of stuff, a lot of toxic stuff going on in the LGBTQ community, and how she's not really for it, despite her being a trans person. So the stuff that's going on with the LGBTQ community is really making people anti-LGBTQ who are actually a part of the community. It's kind of doing the opposite of what they really want, which is to
Be accepted and for people to tolerate us.
People don't have no problem accepting homosexuality and bisexuality and things like that. But now they're struggling to accept it because of the way that they're going about it. Yeah, that's all I could really say for this video. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. So give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Because the people who are bisexual and gay and who see what's going on and they don't want to be a part of this community because of it, they need to know that they are not alone. All right, so I love you all. Love yourself and love life.